Britain's Prime Minister, Theresa May, she is trying to hang on to her job after her Conservative Party lost its majority in Parliament. Roll tape.
I will now form a government that can provide certainty and lead Britain forward at this critical time for our country. This government will guide the country through the crucial Brexit talks that begin in just 10 days.
I think you could say there's a state of flux in the leadership of British politics. And joining us now, European Parliament member Dan Hannan. He's on the phone. I want to deal with the rise of the Labour Party in this election. They got 9.5% more votes than they got last time, and the leader of the Labour Party is a rank socialist. Dan, can you explain this?
You know, I wish I had an easy explanation, Stuart, and I'm afraid the explanation is the obvious one. People vote for free stuff. The Labour manifesto was a wish list of public spending. More on healthcare, more on schools, free university tuition, pensions, end of the public sector pay freeze. And this was all somehow going to be paid for by big corporations and the very rich. And I'm afraid it turned out that 2 in 5 people were convinced of that and thought, great, goodies that someone else is paying for, where's the downside? And we Conservatives have to take our share of the blame for having failed to win that argument.
OK, well, that's one side of the coin. You've explained very well why the left got a few extra votes there. But explain to me why Theresa May lost some votes. Were voters turned off by what may be a soft approach in her prior life in Parliament to terror?
Well, weirdly, she didn't really lose any votes, both in terms of the percentage and in terms of the total absolute number of votes cast. She got more votes than Tony Blair got at the height of his majorities. You have to go back to Thatcher in her prime to see the kind of levels of 42, 43% support for the Conservative Party in an election. So in a way, it's a very weird outcome, Stuart, that a share of the popular vote that would normally have given us a comfortable majority, if not a landslide, has on this occasion produced something that doesn't quite get to the 50% mark, although we're still, I think, the only party that can form a government here.
30 seconds left. How long does Theresa May survive as leader of the Conservative Party?
Well, I think she has to stay on for now as Prime Minister. Yep. We're beginning these Brexit talks, as you heard her say there, a week on Monday. There needs to be stability. The officials there need to answer to the same regime. One thing worth noting, this is, in a sense, the most pro-Brexit Parliament ever, in the sense that 90% of its members were elected on manifestos promising to respect the referendum result. So in that sense, we're in arguably an even stronger position. But I think there is a case now that you can't begin a lengthy leadership process in the middle of those talks.
Well said. Daniel Hannan, thank you very much for joining us this morning. We always appreciate it, Dan. Thank you.